Imagine this. There's a guy who was living in a house, his own house, on his own property that he purchased and owns. His house is falling apart, and it's infested with mold and mildew and rats and the shit that comes with them. He was sleeping in this house. And then I met him. And I says, shit, dude, you're gonna kill yourself. Don't sleep in there. He was sleeping in the house. His nephew was sleeping on the porch. And he's like, yeah, my lungs don't feel too good. I don't like how it feels when I breathe. It's really scary. I knew I shouldn't have been sleeping in there. I said, no, not at all. Brother, sleep in your car. And he's like, shit, you're right. Sleep in my car. But they even got the rats even get in the car. And it says to him, don't sleep in that house with all that mold and mildew and the accumulation of rat shit. Sleep in your car. And so for the next couple days, he sleeps in his car. And then one day, he gets on his bicycle to go and buy a pizza. And when he gets back home from buying a pizza, there's a giant tent in his yard. It's been set up. It's got 2 sets of comforters and king-size pillows. It's got a couple of tables. He and his nephew each have a private space in a 20-foot long tent. And they can sleep away from the hazard and begin to heal. That's a miracle. Imagine if that happened to you. You're living like that, and then one day, out of nowhere, your life has changed. And suddenly you're safe. And you got somebody who loves you. Random ass person. Or seems to be. And it turns out that y'all have one thing in common. You got more than that. But there's a certain thing. God. You both have faith in God. And it's by your faith that you understand that this person is from God. Because only God has the power to save. And only God has the power to serve. The devil only serves himself. God serves people. I mean, there are words for this. This man he is the site of a miracle. Wow. Think about that. Think about, and who did God send to do this? Random, amazing thing that might have saved his life. We'll see. He's not healed yet. And then, I guess I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you everything. Yes, I can. And then, he got news of how God made nature to help us to heal. Now that's big news. That's really big news. You know, it happened to me once. A miracle. I guess this was 2022, 4 years ago. And I got in a car accident. I had waited 6 weeks for this freaking van, my Sienna, for its transmission to be fixed. And then literally, on my way home from the shop, I rear-ended someone. And then I destroyed the radiator. My uncle gave me $4,000. He bought me a car. He bought me a Scion XB, burnt orange. My uncle did that for me. He ain't even my blood. This guy had just married my aunt. This guy had just married my aunt. And he had just met me. But I've got children and a family and all, and you know, and he those details probably don't even mean much. What meant something to him is that I needed help. I needed help. And he did that for me. Now, unfortunately, you know, the idea was now I'm going to go sell solar and I'm going to pay you back. But I failed at selling solar. And I made no money. Hey, Bill, you should have fired me. You shouldn't have let me continue to do that to myself. Because I didn't make any money for months. And this caused his marriage to my aunt to sour, you know. And they wound up getting divorced. And, you know, I think my understanding is that I'm a big catalyst in that, my defaulting on the loan. I love him. He did that for me. That was from God. That was a miracle that happened to me. And actually, when I look back, it happens all the time. Miracles happen to me all the time. Like when I can't afford to go to work. My dad gives me money for gasoline to go to work. And he's done it a lot. My dad has supported me a lot over the past, I got 2021, over the past 5 years, he supported me a lot. Did y'all know about this? That I made $100,000 selling cars. I bought a house, I bought a car, I bought goats, I bought a Catahoula hound, and adopted a little freaking pit bull that I shouldn't have adopted. I should have. It would all happen for a reason. It was supposed to happen this way, but the pit bull liked the goats. And one day the pit bull got one of my goats, skeletonized it from the neck up. And that was terrible. And then, buried the goat. What do we do? Fuck. Okay, well. Made sure from then on that the goats and the dogs didn't mingle, right? Because, like, I had been training my Catahoula hound, and she was with the goats from a puppy, you know, and she respected the goats. Her name was Bonnie Blue. But Oralinda, my little brindle pit, who I had adopted from the pound, you know, for weeks and weeks, she would only interact with the goats around me. And she seemed to understand the dynamic. But one day, baby mama is on the West Bank, And while I'm at work, Aura attacked my goat. Honey had just had a kid, little Oreo. Skeletonized him from here to there. And yeah, so I understood they need to be separated. Now, I don't remember the reason, but I did. So that they wouldn't eat our furniture, we wouldn't keep the dogs in the house. But long story short, there was a barrier between my goats and my dogs, and one day, one of my dogs, Aura, it had to have been Aura because Bonnie don't do that, bit one of my goats on the leg. And my neighbor calls me and tells me, and I come home, and then there's a deputy with SPCA, and I get arrested. I go to jail for 3 days, and I get charged with 2 misdemeanors and a felony. Two of my neighbors had written like statements, and they lied. He kept his dogs in bad in his goats. They were saying that I was neglecting my animals, and it was a lie. Samantha and Brian, 2 different neighbors. They lied to the police. So I went through the court system for a year and a half. A couple months, like 4 weeks after that happened, then Michelle left me, and I was having panic attacks at work. And I couldn't work. I was making 10 grand a month selling cars, and I just couldn't work. I was having panic attacks. I had just gotten an SBA loan because Ida had just hit. And so I quit my job so that I could heal. By the time I was healed, right after that is whenever I conceived my daughter with Elise. And by July I had healed. But I couldn't get a job again at a dealership. Due to ongoing litigation, these dealerships wouldn't hire me. And so that's why I started selling solar, because that's the only job I could get. And it was, the pay wasn't consistent. It was big when sales happened, but it took forever to get paid. And just work has been a struggle since then. I went through that for a year and a half. And then Louisiana brought no evidence. They brought no witnesses. And they said that they would just drop the charge if I pled guilty to a moving violation that I wasn't guilty of. So I pled guilty to the fake moving violation, because then they would take the handcuffs off of my career so that I could go back to get some consistent, like a regular job. Because solar, it's not a good job for somebody that don't have a car, like a good car, because people were all over. I couldn't travel like that. I couldn't afford it. I didn't have a car that could do that. And then after that, it's just still been a struggle. The first job I had after that was finally done, freaking Oscar Mayer fired me. He lied to fire me. He told a lie. And freaking the people who worked, I need to go interview these people. The people who worked under him, they knew it was a lie because they knew that I did not commit the offense that I was charged with. And I went to HR and I told them the story. And I told them, you can go talk to these people and find out that Oscar Mayer a liar. They don't care, though. I don't care. But guess what? So I'm $33,000 in arrears in my child support. But I just gave my house back to the bank after defaulting on my second bankruptcy last autumn, so that I could make sure to start making payments. And so I moved back in with my parents, and I'm in my parents' house. But I have peace, brothers and sisters. I have peace, and I have strength, and I'm so grateful to have this peace and to have this strength and to have this knowledge of God. I know Him. We know each other. You know what I mean? I abide in Him, and He abides in me. And no matter how difficult my circumstances are, like whenever my wife would beat the hell out of me, I went to work with a black eye for 2 weeks, She had me really worried that she busted one of my eardrums. But even as that was happening, I wasn't worried. I knew how I was fortified by the Spirit and this armor that He put on me. I wasn't worried. Because, He told me at a certain point that when I was young that I would prepare myself and that I would go wherever I wanted to go. But He told me that I am going to be old, and that I was becoming old, and that it would come that I would stretch forth my hand and be prepared by another to go where I would not have gone before. So look, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I do not like what has happened. But I have faith that miraculously I'm going to be okay. Here's a miracle that in spite of all this suffering, I don't suffer. In spite of these bad circumstances, there are some men who have almost compromised their respiratory systems by sleeping in worse circumstances. Men who, out of the blue, a clean, huge tent has appeared in their yard, furnished with tables and a comforter and king-size pillows, and then 2 days later, the same dude showed up and gave them these big-ass cushions. They're like 6 inches thick. They fold in half. And now they don't sleep on the ground anymore. And they're, protected from the mosquitoes, and they're protected from the mold and the rat shit. Wow. And this is just one miracle that I've witnessed, But it freaking happens every day. And it happens every day to a lot of people. And really, my mom's yelling at my brother. Now I'm rambling, aren't I? I just feel good, man. I just feel good. So do you understand what a miracle is now? There's a guy, so look, there are these chemicals called magnolol and hinokiol that scientists know about. They're in magnolia leaves and bark and flowers. And they actually have the power not only to reduce your anxiety, to sedate you, but they destroy cancer cells. I mean, they starve cancer cells and cause them to self-destruct. Did you know about this? Have you heard that? I mean, the only thing is, though, that the freaking stuff isn't water soluble. It's freaking not water soluble. And so it doesn't get absorbed into your bloodstream. But miraculously, a guy has found out that if you ferment it with greenbrier roots, you could just make a greenbrier decoction and mix it in. And it actually, I mean, you don't even have to ferment it. You know, you introduce the magnolia decoction to the greenbrier decoction, and the magnol and hinokiol bind to the steroidal saponins, and now it's actually bioavailable. And there's a guy who just figured that out, and he's just one dude, and maybe a few people who know him have heard about it too. But like, that's a miracle happening where like almost nobody sees it. So like, have faith, brothers and sisters. You might not recognize them and you might not know that they're there, but miracles are happening constantly. Wherever God is present, it is a miracle. Every moment of every place where God is present, that is a miracle.